Wild times.
Here we go. Wild times.
What's up?
How we doing, guys?
Good.
You're feeling good. You're full of energy.
What's up? Yeah, I have a lot of energy today.
Peter's full of energy. Everybody's here.
I do. Kyle, see if you can get some iced coffees on this order, though.
Oh, please,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
for the love of God.
Should we just tell everybody we just got into the studio and Kyle suggested ordering lunch, but then he went onto his phone and found a poke place where it requires you to put in no less than 75 choices.
I could have caught a fish,
yeah.
filleted it.
Yeah, we'd be eating it right now.
Look, we're starting 27 minutes late because of how long it took to place our lunch
I
order.
substituted poached shrimp.
Yeah.
I was like,
you
if they're
really?
giving me the choice, I'm just going to say yes because I need to be done with this.
Yeah,
Ooh,
smart.
That was
Yeah.
it? Smart
No.
poached shrimp.
Imagine how it's going to smell in the studio in an
Oh,
hour.
boy.
All right, well, here we
There
are.
go. Ah.
This is the Wild Times, the greatest pokey-based podcast
I
that
know.
there is.
Pokey reviews of
Yep.
all kinds.
That's all we do here.
Let me ask you guys
Pokey
this. Do we need to do intros?
Nah, fuck it.
Who cares?
Yeah. Kyle's just shaking his head. He's like, God damn
These
it, you guys.
idiots.
Yeah,
Well, you're Forrest. I'm Patrick.
that's Peter.
What's your
Peter.
name? You got a new tattoo.
Peter.
Peter. Did you get any tattoos since last week?
No.
Okay, because apparently you're just showing up with tattoos now, like you're 24.
Did you get a sports car?
No.
Are you going to get a haircut?
Just no.
All right. Do social media show you guys like, here's like the best recipe and you can make it for $12
Yeah.
in 10 minutes?
That's like, it's that and boobs. That's the only thing I'm fed on Instagram.
All right.
Yeah.
Have any recipes been tossed your way that you've like actually tried it and now it's become a thing that you make from
No.
Instagram or
No.
TikTok?
I tried one, just quick dog leg carnivore bread.
That sounds disgusting.
So you blend up
Ew.
egg
Oh,
whites
what?
and cottage cheese and something else and then bake it. It was just a souffle. I just made a souffle. It was
Sounds
not impressive.
heinous.
That was it. Yeah, that was basically it. Not going to be a thing for me.
What are you going to do? Make a
Interesting.
sandwich with that?
That was what I tried to do, and it was gross.
Did the bread itself taste okay?
The texture was good,
not
but
bread.
it was just egg. I was just eating a loaf of egg bite. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But tell us your story because I have
Well,
a
no,
feeling you have something more interesting.
I was just curious because I'm looking for tips because there was one where I was like, this is brilliant. This is easy. And I did it. I made it. And now it's like we have it at least once every like 10 days.
I have a whole tab saved on my Instagram
What is
called
it?
food. I'm going to look and see if there's any good ones.
Dude, it's so easy, man.
What is it?
You get like salami, pepperoni, turkey, deli meat,
Yeah.
Yep. All things I like.
provolone cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You literally just take out a cutting board.
Yeah.
Okay. Put a big bed of fucking classic romaine or iceberg lettuce on it.
Mm-hmm.
Slap a bunch of slices of the salami, pepperoni, provolone on there. And then I do a handful of pepperoncinis,
Okay.
some red onion.
Sounds delicious.
I pour olive oil on it, red wine vinegar, mayonnaise, Italian seasoning, chop it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just cut open a sub roll and you stuff it with that shit.
Ooh,
With that
so it's like
mixed
an
with
Italian.
tomatoes.
It's an Italian sub.
It's an Italian sub, but it takes like 5 minutes to make.
Yeah,
I like
you've
that.
done it in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
deconstructed.
It's
Right.
great. It's so you just mix all that shit up. Of course, it's good. It's got olive oil and mayonnaise on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's good.
Fat.
Yeah,
Peter, you got
baby.
any? I remembered something that came up on Instagram that I tried and I really liked.
Go for it, yeah.
See that box of Fruit Brute in the corner there?
Yeah.
Remember one of the brosteners sent that
Yes,
to
I
us?
do.
Oh, yeah.
I took it home. It's disgusting.
It's not
It's
great.
so bad. It's cherry flavored cereal
This is very
with
bad.
marshmallows. And my son loves it. But here's the problem. He wants to eat a whole bowl of it, and it's just diabetes in a bowl.
Right, it's just
so
sugar.
I saw this thing floating around Instagram where the guy takes a bowl of Lucky Charms cereal, puts it in the microwave for no less and no longer than 18 seconds,
Okay.
and the marshmallows, the freeze-dried marshmallows, grow
Yeah.
like 8 times the size.
Yeah.
But then they don't shrink back down.
Yeah.
So I've been taking like a tiny amount of Fruit Brute cereal, putting it in the microwave for 18 seconds and growing the marshmallows. And then my son's like, "Oh my God, they're so big." And he's just happy eating like 9 bites of cereal instead of a giant bowl because it's filled with puffed up marshmallows.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That is genius.
My mom was gone. Like she was like not gonna get home till late. She went out dancing with her friends.
This was on Saturday?
No, this was when I was like 12. And so I was like, I'm just gonna have the biggest bowl of Golden Grams anyone's ever had.
Sounds good.
So I pour the remaining half box of Golden Grams into a bowl. Open the fridge, no milk.
Oh no!
So I have the brilliant idea. I go, I'll just make my own milk by melting marshmallows.
That's what you thought milk was when you were 12?
No, I was like, it'll be marshmallow goo milk.
Yeah.
So I put a shitload of these little marshmallows in there.
The mini cocoa ones?
Yeah, stuck it in the microwave. And
oh boy.
they balloon up and then they sort of take it out. And as they cool, they turned it into this like cake, but not cake texture, the texture of this tabletop.
Yeah, right. Rock hard.
And so I was just like eating a disc of Golden Graham marshmallow that was glued together while drinking Mountain Dew. It was quite lovely.
Do you remember in high school where you'd go under the sink and take the salad bowl, the one that's this big?
Mm-hmm.
You pour a whole box of cereal in there, or at least a half a box of cereal.
I still do it.
A quarter gallon. Do you really?
Oh God, I would. Dude, my wife gets the boxes of cereal from Trader Joe's. It's like $8 for a fucking half-size box.
Is it good sugary cereal though? Like old school?
They have like they have your fake cinnamon they have, Trader's cinnamon
CTC.
crunch. But it's like, dude, the boxes are tiny. And so I pour one bowl of cereal, a normal size bowl of cereal. It's half gone. Now all of a sudden I'm getting judged for being fatter than I already am.
Yeah, the optics of that aren't great. I think about that because a bottle of wine's supposed to be 4 glasses, they say. It's 2.
It's 2.
Interesting. Because it's 2 full glasses.
Yeah, no, not to the brim. I'm not an animal, but past halfway.
There's about this much left in the glass and this much.
I didn't know
that's
that.
Fair.
Honestly, I didn't know that.
Fair right there.
It's 2 if you're doing a home pour or the way that I pour it.
Right.
And so, sometimes I feel like what happens is I'll have one.
Yeah.
And then I finish mine. And then my wife's like, oh, can I have, if I'm going to go for a second, she's like, oh, can I have a glass too? And then I got a real problem on my hand.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because now I'm looking at 2 of these guys.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I'm like, oh, now she knows that my first glass was massive.
It's a goblet of red wine. Yeah.
It was a pint.
It's a psychological way to get us to spend more money, dude. I'm telling you. So you don't
Shrinkflation.
Yeah, I mean,
Shrinkflation, baby.
You gotta go. You can't go out and buy just a Costco-sized box of cereal and eat the whole thing at home.
Well, and also if you order a glass of wine at a restaurant, it's like you just can't do it. It's because they bring it to you and you're like, that's fucking 3
it's a
sips.
splash.
Oh,
man.
dude, and it's like $19.
Yeah. How am I gonna get through this steak?
For real.
Kyle, there's a bit of news floating around. What's in the news?
What is
Sir, news from the underground.
the news?
No less than 25 brosteners sent me this story.
I love it.
I
It
refuse
must
to.
be good.
I refuse to click on it because the number of people that sent
It's too
it
many.
to me
It's too good.
in the first day, and then I clicked on it, and I was like, "This is actually really cool." So they've just shown that a wild orangutan has decided to partake in his own jungle pharmacy. That's not what you're thinking.
Oh boy.
He's not out there doping himself. He's using medicinal plants to treat a wound. So for the first time, a known orangutan named Rackus was observed treating a wound on his face using a medicinal tropical plant. So he would pluck it, chew the leaves to create like a paste, and then apply it to this gash on his face, which this plant is known for its pain-relieving qualities and anti-inflammatory properties.
Wow.
So it's like a known thing in the medicinal world. And then in addition to pasting this on, he would pick leaves and use them as a bandage over this.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Over this thing in his face.
That's like
So he's a genius.
It just shows like, how closely related we are to them. But like, look at this. It's,
Where is this?
It was orangutan. It must be Borneo.
That's like the difference between animals
somewhere.
and humans.
Oh,
But
so
yeah,
he had a big wound.
Yeah. So see the
Did they
wound
say
by
what that's from?
his eye there. I'm not sure if they did or not. I was just reading the
Oh, he's got a
medicinal
big
part.
gnarly wound on his eye.
But look at how well it's healed up there in the second
look
photo.
at that. Turned
And-
into scar tissue.
Yeah,
So-
and that's from his own use of medicine, which I think is
Absolutely crazy.
that's like Planet of the Apes shit.
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
the first step. Remember in the Planet of the Apes movie where all of a sudden he starts like talking or I don't remember what the first thing he did was, but that's like this is like it.
This is one step before they start making guns, dude.
That's it, dude. Yeah, that's straight up.
Do they think that that he like how did he learn this?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so was he in captivity? Do we know? Is he in
No.
captivity?
This is a wild animal.
Dude, that is insane.
So-
He had to have seen somebody do
So
this.
there's either generational knowledge,
Yeah.
meaning like elephants pass down migratory routes and all that. There's either generational knowledge, or there's something in chewing and eating it. Like the plant does have pain relieving and anti-inflammatory properties. So, if you put
feels
Neosporin
good.
on a cut, it feels good,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, oh, that feels better or
Right,
whatever.
right.
I mean, he obviously has figured this out. Like this is a self-healing thing that this animal has either been, generationally passed down or figured out through chewing and applying. I mean, it's incredible.
So wild, man. I mean, there are animals that continuously like eat fermented fruit to get booze drunk.
Oh yeah. Big
Yeah, it's
time.
like a common thing in
Big
nature.
time. Oh yeah.
So why wouldn't this? He figured it out. He remembers it.
But this is like a different level of understanding, right?
Sure,
it's
sure.
one thing to be like, I like this fruit and it makes me feel funny.
Right.
It's still
Right.
like calories in and it's something I need to survive.
sure.
This is like making the conscious decision to self-medicate.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's a whole nother level
'Cause
of self-awareness and intelligence.
because they don't understand, like beating infection, like not getting an infection
Or do
from
they?
a wound or anything.
Or do they?
That's so wild.
That's
man.
what's crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a big story. I think it's more substantial than is being led on. It's just for our understanding of primatology and their knowledge and their instinct. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
What would you guess that wound was from? A fight?
Fighting, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got such a perfect
Could be from a stick or something, just like
Yeah.
taking a stick to the eye.
Yeah.
just got such a perfect beautiful face, and then just a big chunk out of the eye.
They're crazy creatures. Look how well it healed, though. I
It's
mean, that is
crazy.
remarkable.
What now? What? It's just a regular orangutan.
Yes.
What
Orangutan?
percentage of Americans do you think it's called an orangutan?
90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought that.
I would say 95.
Oh, like there's another G in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Orangutan. I mean, because I
Orangutan.
feel like in the Jungle Book and stuff, that's how they said it. Orangutan.
it's
Like TAN, like the
Yeah,
drink
like there's
powder.
an extra G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it does beg the question: why did they not name it that?
It's a good point.
Orangutan.
What's
Orangutan.
no, not entomology. What's it mean when you look up the origin of a
Etymology.
word? Etymology. Can you look up the etymology of the word orangutan? It might just be the local name for it.
And-
Oh boy.
I spelled it really
And then
wrong.
afterwards, do
boy.
orangutan.
It's not even close.
Thank you, Google.
Forest person.
Orangutan.
Ooh,
That's
it's
pretty cool.
It's the Malay from Malay.
Ah,
Orangutan, forest person.
That's pretty cool.
It basically is a forest
That's
person.
exactly what it
I mean,
is.
you watch them they're still, I think my favorite thing to see at the zoo. They're just fascinating to
Yeah,
watch.
they really are.
So cool looking, man. So interesting looking.
Share no less than 97% of their DNA with humans.
Yeah,
Where is it?
the same.
Is it a chimp? Which one has higher shared DNA
Chimp.
with you?
Chimp.
Chimp.
Chimp's like 99.6 or something. Can you look up the chimp versus human like DNA discrepancy?
Ah, it's so wild, man. It's such crazy critters.
98.8.
So 1.2% different.
But and here's something that I think a lot of people don't
That's wild.
realize. That 1.2%, like that's probably the difference between a hippo and a horse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's exhibited in chimpanzees versus humans in a way that's like, oh, I can see how a human's pretty close to a chimp. Like we're both bipedal, forearms, legs, like that sort of skull shape. But that 1.2%, that's a massive discrepancy. Like that could be,
Sure.
like I say, that could be the same difference as, like I'm trying to think of two other things, like a rock hyrax and an elephant, or a hippo and a horse. Like
Right.
that can be a pretty broad discrepancy.
Like how much does a human DNA, do human versus hippopotamus? Like is it
What do you guys
70?
guess? Yeah. What do
Because
you
just
guys
there are
guess?
certain
I mean,
building
that's got
blocks
to be,
of DNA
yeah,
that
that's
have
got
to
to be massive. I don't know. I mean, yeah, who knows?
70. I mean, 70 is pretty high, but it could be 70, you know?
Like, yeah, do humans share 50% of our DNA with algae?
Yeah, I
Just
don't know.
because there's
I don't
certain
know.
building blocks of DNA that you just have to have.
Right, you
to
just
make.
have to have that to be a
DNA.
living organism. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Yeah, it's fucking wild that we even know what DNA is. Do you think that the orangutan knows what DNA is?
No, I do not. I mean, it's really a human being construct. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's something we've named and figured out by looking at lineage and breaking down cells and like, I mean, it's a real thing, of course, but it's
Yeah.
a human, like We've
We've
created
assigned it. We've labeled what it is.
we've made it be a thing.
Yeah, like the concept is there. We've just like put it together.
The physicality of it is there. We've just created the it's hard to explain, I guess. But.
Well, I've never really had like a total understanding of what DNA
Oh, dude.
is.
I have like
It's proteins, right?
I mean, proteins are the building blocks of DNA, but I go to these colossal bioscience meetings, like these conservation summits and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have all these geneticists come out and talk about how they're doing the genetic engineering to bring back the thylacine, the mammoth, the dodo, whatever. And like I took pretty advanced biology classes in school and stuff, and it's crazy how I retained zero of that.
Sure.
Like it's gone, dude. Like for me, biology's fiddling with animals. It's not moving cells around and the insides of cells. And it's crazy how these people understand these things. Like it's so on another
intricate,
level. Oh,
yeah.
It's really impressive.
They've discovered, of course, this will change, but the living thing that is least related to humans. What do you guys think it is? Well, I shouldn't say living.
An octopus.
I was just going to
Octopus,
say
it's
an
gotta be.
octopus.
Comb jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
The
A sea
comb-
creature.
It says at first it said sponges were thought to be, and now comb jellies.
It is
have
hard
the
to
least
imagine
being
similar
related to
DNA.
that.
We look just like that. Are you
Did
kidding me?
Did it say what the relationship of DNA was in it?
I wasn't able to do it.
How far divergent is
Yeah,
it?
because I want to know, like, is it still 50% or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't have that number, do we?
Kyle can't find it. He's a slow reader, but you know what? He's the worst combo. He's a slow reader and a fast scroller.
Yeah. Zip, 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 zip. Yeah.
I skim. I'm
Seinfeld
skimming.
joke.
Yeah, he's retaining nothing, but a lot of words are flying by.
Gotta break up with him.
Let us know, Kyle, if you get to it.
I'm still waiting on something from like 4 pods ago that we were supposed to get to it. I think it was like a Family Guy bit.
That's right.
The Family Guy bit. Oh my God, it's so funny too. It's
Let's
so
not
funny.
even start.
No,
There's so
I'm not
much
going
dead
to.
air.
We're talking about genetics and putting together animals and whatnot.
I think it's time.
Ooh.
It's time.
I think I know what time it is. Do you know what time it is?
That's me. It's Rotep playing the drums. Battle Royale.
This is a big one though.
Yes.
This is. I'm gonna sit up in my chair.
Clear that table.
That's how
Here,
serious.
I'll clear
this
the
is.
table while you talk.
I'll set it up. Okay. Brosteners of all shapes and sizes. This is pretty exciting. You guys know that we've been playing the Battle Royale game for many, many years. It's something since the very first Pod 1, I think that's 3 years ago now. We started this game where you create your fictitious animal to battle or be the cutest or do the craziest task. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have created, in Papa P's hands right there, coming up, the first ever Battle Royale card game. It's super fun. It has all your cards in it. And this is going to be for sale and available on our website. I don't know what that is, but Peter will explain it. And for today's pod, we're going to play that game and show you guys how we've made this very fun Battle Royale game. It's going to have a QR code that takes you to the instructions in the box that shows us playing it. There are, I don't remember how many cards, but a shitload. It's all custom artwork. It's all custom scenarios, head movement, special ability. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Pat is opening it up. Pat, you want to show off one of the cards? What are the 5 different decks we have there, Pat?
Before he does, though, I like this look of Pat.
My hair fell off?
That's a glimpse into his future.
You look good, bald.
Nah, I'm good.
How about like this?
All right. So we've got a scenario deck.
Yep.
So the same way we start our Battle Royale.
Right. Create a
flip a
scenario.
scenario.
Yep.
All right.
And those we have, I forget how many. I should probably know how many cards are in each.
Yeah, it's
Do
like
the angles look
this
okay?
is a shitload.
Or sit back.
We've got a special ability deck.
Yep. That's our special power that our
Thank you,
creature
sir.
has.
What do we have here? Head. You gotta have heads.
Yeah. Gotta have
Gotta
a
have
head.
heads.
Gotta have
Body.
Yep.
As per the rules of the game, everything scales to the body size.
Very important. And it is worth pointing out that it has the size of the body on those
It
cards.
sure does.
So
It
that you know.
sure
In
does.
case you're like, what size is a red abalone?
Right. And then we have a movement deck.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most exciting parts of the game for me, the layman. We went through and put facts on all these cards about all of the different animals and stuff that are on them.
Such a good learning experience.
Dude, I've learned a ton just even making the deck.
The game's very fun to play. It's a fun drinking game.
It is. Okay, so Pat has brought the table in. I have the scenario cards here. By the way, it's feeling a little QVC and salesy here.
Yeah, I feel like I was on HSN, which I've always wanted to be.
I actually would love to do that. But the point is, we're really excited about this. It's been a couple years in the making, and it's going to be fun. Like, we want to play the game and show you guys how it works. And if you don't like it, then screw you. We don't care.
Can you open that?
I could try. This is direct from the manufacturer. We haven't even
the
got
prototype.
into the plastic yet.
Yeah.
So,
how does it work?
So I remember we each take 4 cards,
except
for scenario card. So you get 4 of everything. So Peter, deal yourself 4. What do you have there? What's the blue?
So normally you would sit at a table like a normal card game.
These are the head cards.
This is a little challenging.
I'm grabbing 4 bodies right here.
All right. I've got, what do I have? Special abilities. I'm just going to give you guys 4. Boom. All right. Let's see how this goes.
If you're just listening, it helps if you come and watch as well.
Yes, that's a very good point. If you're a listener, just go over to the YouTube. Okay, so here we go. So the cards are now dealt. You have 4 of each of the cards, head, body, movement, special ability. And then the way the game is played is you pass around the scenario deck, and whoever the judge decides tells the best story, spins the best yarn, makes them laugh, makes them cry, whatever you like.
Yeah, you got to be funny. You got to be quick on your feet.
Yeah.
It's like the Battle Royale.
Exactly right. That's how you win. Now, typically, if we had a 4th player, we'd be sharing that scenario around. But instead, I think we make Kyle the full-time judge.
Let's make Kyle the judge. He's there. He's bored.
Yep.
Look at him. He's yawning.
Yeah, and you seem to win over his affection every time, which is bad for Peter and I.
Yeah.
Patrick has good storytelling abilities.
Oh, fuck
I do it for a living, mate.
That's true. All right, Pat, why don't you flip over to the first scenario
Here we
card.
go. Here is the Battle Royale scenario. Okay. These creatures are going to fight until death in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
Beautiful. Simple, elegant.
It's a desert battle.
Oh, wait. Isn't there supposed to be a timer?
I got it right here.
Yeah,
Kyle
that's for the presentation.
Ah, I see.
All right, let's do 30-second timer. Yeah.
Go.
All right.
They're fighting to the death.
Yeah, this is a gnarly fight.
What are you guys thinking? What are you combing through?
Well,
I can't tell you that. Don't be ridiculous.
So I arrange my hand with the head first.
Yeah. Head, body, movement.
I have to do that because of the scenario.
10 seconds.
I'll tell you what. There's a thing with like not wanting to burn certain cards. You know what I mean?
For sure.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
I'll go first. No
right.
problems here. We are fighting to the death in the desert, which means I need an animal that is desert capable, like the head of a bighorn sheep. It's got that big butting horns.
Sure.
Big combat ability. Now, you're going to question this, but stay with me. That is going on the body of a 3-banded armadillo.
It's going to be tiny.
It's not large, but it has incredible headbutting abilities. It has scaled armor, and it can curl into a ball in defense.
Very small. How big is that?
What does it say there on the card?
It's about 9 inches and 2.5 pounds.
That's fine. That's fine, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
Because
20 seconds.
it is ferocious like a wolverine and has the strong and Shit, I grabbed the wrong card. Yeah. Too late now. Nope, I'll switch
Make it
quick.
work. Make
I'll
it
switch it
work.
quick.
Your time is ticking off fast.
Fine. It has the movement abilities of a Helen's flying frog. So it's going to fly at you. It's going to be ferocious like a wolverine. It is armored.
I got to see what does this say about a 22-pound wolverine will gladly stand up to a 1,500-pound bear or a pack of wolves when meat is on the line. Their teeth and jaws are so strong they can chew right through bone.
That's right.
So your bighorn sheep's head is going to chew through bone?
It's going to come flying at you on this armored body of a 9-inch 3-banded armadillo with insane ferocity while flying and gliding through the desert. You're screwed. I win. Game over.
All right, that's not going to be that hard to deal with. It's you can start my timer. My time has started. It's not going to be that hard to deal with being 9 inches. I mean,
teensy.
It's a tiny
We'll
little
see
thing.
about that.
Very creative.
Kyle will be the judge of that, not you.
Well, this desert battle, I'm going to take the head of a babirusa. Got some massive tusks used for fighting. And then I'm going to stick that on the very large 1,000-pound body of a desert-dwelling camel.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a big body.
Big body.
Couple of humps.
Yeah,
Your lady lovely.
it's made for desert work.
True.
It's gonna have the movement abilities of an Amur leopard,
Wow. Very
which can
pouncy.
leap up to 19 feet in length and 10 feet. So it's gonna just be
Wow.
pouncing on this armadillo.
Big. I mean, his
Shit show.
armadillo is
Never
a
gonna
nightmare.
catch it.
And
You're
then I've
never gonna catch
saved I've saved 18 seconds for my special ability. It's now down to 15. It's the vomit power of a Fulmar. So this Babarusa with the tusks leaps 19 feet at you
Yeah.
and then pukes in your eyes and you're fucked. And then it just
But it can't bite you. It can't claw you.
no, but it's just gonna tusk you to death.
It's just gonna
With
puke you to
toxic
death.
vomit.
All right,
stomach
Peter.
acid.
Let's see what you got here.
All right, I'm gonna start out with my body of a black bear. Big old body, perfect size. They can run up to 35 miles per hour, Kyle. Remember that?
Yep.
When
Remember
I
that. It's
tell
not-
you,
it's not the movement.
when I tell you about their special ability, which is the indestructibility of a tardigrade. Tardigrade. That's right. My animal will be indestructible, so I've already won. I've got the movement of a jackrabbit, so maybe it's not 35 miles an hour, but it is hopping swiftly to wherever it needs
Well, I
to
like
be.
that it's big. It's
Very
bigger than
agile.
9
It's
inches.
big and agile.
Big
Yeah.
hopping. And baby, it has the head of an alligator snapping turtle. Are you
Ooh.
kidding me? This
good
can
head.
break
Stick
a...
that on a bear's body.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's pretty scary.
Dude,
It's a big
and
animal.
hopping around, zip, zip, zip.
Can you quickly pull up that? So, Kyle, you're going to have to weigh in and say who won here. But first, Peter, pull up that special ability card. I remember when we designed that, the tardigrade card.
It's a Nextel phone.
Look, show it to the cameras. It
Show
is
the
it's
foreskin.
one of those Nokia phones that you play Snake on.
Oh yeah.
You could throw that thing off the Empire State Building and it wouldn't sustain a single fraction of damage.
I love the special ability cards that they have, like just some crazy, like thought-provoking idea that we had to illustrate the
Yep.
special ability.
Yep.
Kyle.
Okay. All right. Read me the gray card once more.
They're gonna fight till death in the middle of a desert.
Okay.
Desert adapted, Kyle.
I
Remember
got
that.
an indestructible body.
Sounds
Yeah.
Camel sounds
From a
pretty-
water creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, camels.
Yeah. These all are fairly good. I wouldn't say they're great.
Okay.
But just for the fact of indestructible, I'm going with Peter.
Yeah, baby.
So you just so that card. If you get that card, that's like a wild card, essentially.
Yeah.
For Kyle
If,
as
you,
the
if you're
judge.
battling
so
to
you
death,
keep this.
that is the card you want.
1 point for old Retep.
1 point. All right.
Okay. Hate that. So, Peter, you can run the scenario now, seeing as
Okay.
you just cheated your way to a victory.
How did I
It
cheat?
does. It's just you took advantage of Kyle's little brain.
Well, that didn't get you any points moving forward.
He needs to be fair and unbiased, or he will
Fair
be
and-
fired.
That's right. Fair and unbiased.
Oh wow! Ants
30
are
seconds.
ants are threatening to take over the world. With your cloning machine and shrink ray, you will make an army of these to fight back.
Okay.
What?
I like that.
You're gonna make an army of these to fight
But
back.
I have a shrink ray.
Yeah, and a cloning machine. Yeah. So whatever your animal is, you shrink it down to ant size, and you get an army of them.
I'm gonna-
Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. So we're not just trying to eat up all the ants, which hinders my
All
whole
right.
plan.
30 seconds
Yeah, they got
on the
their
clock.
ant sized. That's right.
These are ant-sized.
Ant-
so is it, they're
size
taking over the
army.
world or my kitchen?
You're protecting the ants. You're protecting your kitchen from the ants.
All right.
All right.
All
20
right.
seconds left.
Oh, you started the clock. You This is interesting because we're shrinking it down.
Yes.
You're shrinking
Oh,
down,
easy.
down.
Yeah, I've won.
Wow. So much confidence.
10
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, this is good stuff. What I'm doing here.
All right. 5, 4, 3,
Yep.
2,
Okay,
1. Here we
wipe
go.
These freaking ants out.
All right, who's going foist?
Anyone ready? Anyone ready?
Who's going
Patrick can go
foist?
first. He's got it.
Okay. So I'm gonna wipe out this army of ants.
That's right, with an army of your own.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the head of an eye. Because look, it's got a mouth, it's got teeth.
It's disgusting looking.
It's terrifying. The ants are gonna. I'm gonna have a million of these things. I'm gonna stick that on the body of a Tasmanian giant crab.
Interesting.
Because I'll tell you why. If the ants swarm it, it's got this shell, right? So I wanted to have some armor on my body.
You're
Fair enough.
protecting yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you
So-
have an army of your own of these
Yeah.
too.
I'm going to give it the movement of an African lungfish, which it sort of scurries along the ground with these fins that are adapted to be like legs.
Okay.
So it's going
if it were in water.
Interesting pick.
but it's what
So it's
percentage?
basically immobile.
What percentage of the Earth's surface is water?
At least 10.
And if you're going to battle an ant, you might as well take the special ability of an ant. I'm going to give it the strength of an ant, able to carry 50 times its body weight.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
So it'll be able to haul away the carcasses of all the ants.
It'll
that
at least be a fair fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
I feel
All
good
right.
about
All right, I'll
Do
go
it.
ahead here. Speaking of heads, I'm going with
Speaking of giving head.
the Amazonian royal flycatcher. My goodness, it catches flies. And what are ants but flies with legs? Next, for movement, we have the Japanese spider crab. 10 legs, 12 feet long. 8 of the legs have needlepoint sharp little pokers on the end. You can get
He added the needle point.
Yeah,
It
thousands
definitely
of
doesn't say
ants.
that in the description.
That's not on the
you can
card.
kill so many ants with my movement. And then special ability, naked mole rat teeth. They move independently of one another. Come on.
How does that help?
What's that going to do?
Yeah.
It's just extra appendages to kill other ants with. I mean, come on. You can kill one with
Kill
each
extra
tooth.
ants.
With each tooth.
one ant per tooth.
And it will have the body, my friends, because this doesn't matter with its movement and head and special ability of a black-footed cat, referred to as the vampire cat. Very scary. Ants will quiver.
Very
in their
scary
feet.
based on nothing. So this is part of the game. You have to make do with whatever the hell you get. All right, here we go. Kyle, you ready for the winner?
Sure.
Bringing it in home? Okay. So first of all, we need agility because we're going to be moving around and capturing a lot of ants. And that's why I'm going to use the body of an Arctic fox. Very mobile, very dashy. I'm going to add that
Dashy.
with the I'm going to give it the armored ability to crawl and move like a ground pangolin, a notorious ant-eating creature.
Yeah, but it's the size of an ant.
Yeah,
you're-
it's
you
only
don't
the
have an
movement, it's not
ant-sized
the eating.
pangolin.
Stand by. Stand by.
It's not the eating.
Okay. And in order to chop down these ants at an alarming rate, unlike the independent teeth over there, I'm going to give it the head of a North American beaver, which we know can easily slice through wood and wouldn't have a single problem
Same teeth, just they don't move.
with
That's
the
all I'm saying.
keratin scales of an ant. And where I'm really going to win in the cloning is I'm going to give it the special ability of a jackal, which some biologists believe have ESP and the ability to communicate telepathically so that they can coordinate their searches.
Wow.
Or they're-
Unproven.
they're-
Which biologists?
Unproven.
It says
We
it on
need
the card.
Sources.
Says it on the
Wow.
card.
All right.
Dude, naked mole rat teeth, Kyle. That's all I have to say.
They sound great.
Strength of an ant.
Yep. Okay.
Look at it.
So
He's got power over there. He's like,
Yeah, he
I
loves
know.
this.
He's
He
shutting
loves
us
this.
up.
Yeah.
yeah, for this one, it's pretty easy and clear. It's Patrick.
Yeah.
Boo.
The
he
strength
picked a
of an ant.
lungfish. He's just gonna
Can't
flop
even
on
do
the
anything.
ground.
No, it's gonna.
Yeah, across the ground, just kind of scooping them up like a bulldozer.
That's insane.
No.
This was a.
Do not go after the judge
That's
when he
insane.
picks me.
Just saying.
I-
Somebody paid
mine-
somebody off
Yeah,
here.
mine has special. Mine can communicate telepathically to coordinate
according
its
to,
attack.
according to no one.
According to our
Whoa!
cards, our game.
You hear him? According to no one.
All right.
Yeah, Forrest, I mean, look, I think there's a chance that you don't get a single one.
I'm a good storyteller.
Well, we're only
apparently
playing
not.
till 3, so we'll find out. All right, you got a
All right.
scenario card for us?
Oh
sir?
yeah, I'm up, huh?
You are up.
Okay.
my 1 point here.
Okay.
1-1,
okay.
Peter.
You keep the
Patrick?
scenario card as your point.
Yes, of course.
Makes
That's the
sense.
only way you can tell.
All right, gentlemen. You have to set 10,000 of these loose in New York City without scaring anyone.
Oh my gosh! So 10,000,
Wowzers.
and you don't want to scare people.
You don't want to scare people. This has
Oh
to
my
be,
God.
This has to be something you create to keep people at ease.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Wowzers, dude.
I'm gonna win.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Do 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 do.
20
do,
seconds.
do. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's good. That's real good.
Here we go.
Keep it going.
Done. I can go.
All right.
Just like
Horse is
that.
ready.
Just
Yep.
like that. Dude, so I just got my Spectrum cable bill reduced by $20 a month and my ADT security bill.
Fascinating. Tell
You
me
want to
more.
know how? Rocket Money, dude. Dude, I love this app. It's changed my life. I'm budgeting with my wife. I've cut 2 bills down.
Wait, so
Focus-
they're getting companies to reduce your
They
fee
negotiate
for you?
That's right. I don't
didn't
even
know
know
they
how
did
they
that.
do it. They negotiate the bills down for you. All you do is say, "Hey, I want this bill to be lower." They say, "All right, we'll hit you back in 2 weeks." They literally hit me back. They're like, it's been reduced by this much. Boom. I'm like, are you kidding me? What?
Amazing.
Work. Yeah. Good stuff.
So Rocket Money, it's a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions. They monitor your spending and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
That's right. I'm a testament to it.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/wildtimes. That's rocketmoney.com/wildtimes. rocketmoney.com/wildtimes.
Wild times. Love it. Legit love Rocket Money, dude.
All right, so while we are picking our cards here, I'll say this. I've got some body confidence up issues.
Up issues?
Up issues.
Really?
My confidence is going higher than it was before.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good
Can I
thing.
explain
That's
why?
an
That's an
issue
issue for
Kyle,
sure.
Kyle, take the timer off. Can I explain why?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to go on all these dive shoots. Basically, all I do now is Shark Week, right?
Yeah, sure. That's it.
I have to change in front of a plethora of people with cameras in their hands constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the same 8 pairs of boxers since I was a junior in high school.
What's he getting at here?
Just stay with me, okay? I just got these airnet boxers from the Mac Weldon stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm wearing them right now. Like, these are nice.
Oh, that's
I've been wearing them. I've
boxer.
been wearing them. They're great.
It's good shape, nice leg hugging, no rolling up. They don't slide up like all the old school cotton boxers.
Mhm.
They're cool and breathable. Like, I can't wait to get nude in front of my crowd.
Dude, I grabbed one of the shirts from Mac Weldon. You know how big of a slob I am. Talk about confidence, man. I just popped that thing on and I'm like a new man. Made my love handles seem like they weren't even there anymore. I'm telling you, man, it's such a big difference getting actual good clothing.
Wearing nice clothing.
Yeah.
It does make a big difference. It really
Yeah.
does.
I'll tell you what. Second my workday's over,
Yeah.
jeans off, sweatpants on. Go to the school, pick up my kid in them. Look pretty sweet. Sleep in them.
Wow.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Doing
I love
it.
being comfortable and looking good.
I like that a lot. I like that a
School
lot.
pickup in sweats, man. That's balls.
I look sharp. I look sharp.
I gotta get me a pair of those.
The other moms are like, "Who's that hot
Oh
guy?"
yeah, definitely.
With the confidence.
That's right.
No, we do love Mac Weldon. We only talk about brands that we genuinely wear
Yep.
and like and use. If you want to get timeless looks with modern comfort from Mac Weldon, go to macweldon.com. Just get 20% off your first order.
That's a
Why
lot.
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
With the promo code WILD. That's MACKWELDON.com. The promo code is WILD.
All right. I got my picks. You ready? Not only did he MC this competition, he's the first one ready.
All right, let's
Something
hear
to
it.
consider as the judge. So first of all, if you're letting 10,000 of these go in New York City, you want them to be adorable. You want to love them. You want to think they're cute.
That's true.
And
Very
there's few
true.
things more cute than the head of a bearded Emperor Tamarin monkey. I mean, it's adorable.
It looks
Nobody's
like an old
scared of that.
wizard.
It's like an old wizard. He's cute. Now, if you put that head
See what you're doing?
onto the shaggy yet lovable body / demeanor of a Poitou donkey, that's the dreadlock donkey. You know the dreadlock donkeys?
Very.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that movie.
How
with
big
the
is that?
donkey,
How big is
Shrek.
that? How big is that body?
Maybe
That
10,000.
it's 5 feet.
Yeah, that's large.
10,000
That's
running
okay.
around
How
New York.
cute would that be?
Oh, man.
Look at that. Imagine that thing running around New York with a
He's
monkey
right.
head.
It's pretty cute.
It's
Well,
adorable with the
it's-
dreadlocks.
I mean, I think he might win this
I,
one.
Now-
I'd be alarmed.
Now, keep in mind, New York is in the Northeast. It's quite wet. It's a
Mhm.
big central park with a central pond. That's why, in case you're feeling scared or threatened, worried about it, nope. It can move like an African jacaranda. Big padded feet can run on water across lakes, across the river.
Now
in
I'm
case there's an
scared,
issue.
Pat.
No,
Now
If
I'm
I'm
scared.
seeing a dreadlocked animal with a monkey head running across the water, I'm calling 911.
nah, you like it. But in case he decides not to run across the water because you're scared he's going to scare people, he's going to be able to jump like a flea scaled to 5 feet. That means he can
This is
clear
crazy.
skyscrapers. Meaning if you're one of those New York City people that's stuck in your skyscraper building on the 330th floor, you just look out your window and just see this big adorable donkey monkey head thing just hop up,
Yeah, no,
wave
that
at you,
wouldn't
go
scare
back
anybody.
down. Nope.
This is terrifying.
That's great. That's a good, easy win.
Easy
Okay.
win.
All right.
So
for
what
not
was
New
the
York.
goal of the scenario, Kyle?
Not
You can
scare
start
people.
my time. Not to scare people.
Correct.
That's right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my goal is to create something familiar to them.
Sure.
So the head of a basset hound. Look at its tongue
Very
sticking
good.
out.
Very familiar.
Just
Talk about a
basset
cheat
hound, very
card.
cute, sort of
Boring.
dopey.
Yeah.
Not to cause
Boring,
alarm.
but that's what he needs. In
yeah,
This, in this,
I'm going to put it on the body of a doll,
see a doll.
So
A
so
Bob
you're just
doll?
making a dog.
essentially.
Yeah.
It's the same size as a German Shepherd.
It's a dog.
I
Just
think
a
getting
dog.
to as close as you can to a dog in this scenario is the winning
How?
recipe.
Let me ask you this. Now I'm going to give it the special ability of a sloth's metabolism.
No, it doesn't
So,
move around.
Very slow moving. Shuts down its digestion. Doesn't need to eat a lot.
Does
So
it poop?
They're not
What-
going to go crazy.
What do they do with their poop? They throw it at people from the tree?
No, not
Sloth's
sloths.
metabolism, and then it's going to have the movement style of an albatross, which just glides, just kind of very
So it's just
gentle.
it's just
flying
a
dog?
slow flying dog.
a very
That's what you
slow
made?
flying, cute dog.
I mean, it's pretty genius.
You're joking. Don't give him that.
I'm just
not
compared to
gonna
your
cause any
terrifying animal.
alarm.
Imagine his bouncing around with yours gliding around, and then
Basset
you'll
hound.
have mine with just the cutest chubby cheek chipmunk head. How are you looking at this?
That is
Yeah.
adorbs.
Oh
see it.
my god, it's so cute,
That is-
and it
that
will
is cute.
be on the body. Now remember, this is only the body. It has a chipmunk head, the furry, cuddly, cozy, petable body of a cougar. It doesn't have
In
a cougar
fairness,
head.
without the cougar head, it's just a big house
That's
cat.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
With a chipmunk head. I mean, that is fair.
Now it
Strong.
needs to
Scary.
move around somehow. So what better way to move around than as a howler monkey with 4 strong limbs and a tail, a prehensile tail that can grab cans and share
just
food.
reading the card.
That's
gonna
not
share
true.
food?
I'm not.
You helped write
Wait,
these.
is it sharing food?
It will be sharing food
With
Okay.
whom?
with either other peoples or other howler monkey body head chipmunkers.
All right.
And this will be the winning thing here, Kyle, for everybody. It has the special ability. God, it's giving me chills. Of the red panda butt wiggle. It wiggles its butt and it just wiggles its butt at you. Like
What is that special ability?
That's it. As far as I know, they just do a really cute little
it's cute.
derriere wiggle.
that's right, a derriere wiggle.
It is large, but it's quite
It's
adorable.
really big to have 10,000 of
They're
them.
actually leaving scent trails on the ground.
Oh, so
which-
you're just leaving a nice slime trail.
Well, it's not slimy. It's a scent trail, and
Very
his
slimy.
buddies can smell so they can congregate and all be petted and share Diet Cokes.
Okay.
Just share Diet Cokes.
All right.
Come on.
Wow. Well,
Think about the comedy in this situation.
I can picture them all, and
Except for Forrest.
I was gonna say, Forrest.
Come on.
You had me in the beginning, Forrest,
It's
until
so
you
I
good.
came
need a
in
magic mind,
with
pal.
these feet.
Yeah, I think
what
I
are
do.
these feet, man?
That's
Imagine
awesome.
That
Oh, God.
jumping around like a flea.
Dude,
Yeah, it's so interesting.
It's
like 50 times the size of a freaking building.
Dude, if you saw the other heinous cards I had, you'd be like, yeah, that adds up.
Yeah.
I see why you picked that.
So the winner here is Patrick.
Fuck this. All right, I'm not doing great. I'm having a magic mind.
Yeah,
I
you
need some
should.
focus, some clarity, some mental acuity.
I don't want to say I don't like Kyle, but I don't like Kyle as the judge here because he has a tendency to kiss Pat's ass.
I
No,
massively dislike Kyle.
He's very fair.
No.
No, here's what he's doing.
He's not doing the comedy.
He's taking the scenario seriously.
It's inconsistent.
Unlike,
But it's inconsistent. You got it.
Forrest would have won that one if it weren't for the feet.
yeah,
Come on.
that was crazy. And then
Yeah.
the jumping by windows, watching women
Dude,
peeping Tom.
Yeah,
The red
it's cool.
panda butt wiggle. You guys are fucking.
Why is he peeping on women
I honestly
showering?
thought Peter had that one.
I
thought
don't
Peter's-
understand.
And Kyle put me in third.
Patrick
No,
just made
you
a
were
flying
definitely
dog.
not
Slowly
All
gliding.
right, well, you guys are
The thing-
fucked. I got my magic mind now. You're
Okay.
screwed.
All right. Here we go.
This
Here we
should
go.
help the
See if Forrest can get on the board. Here's your scenario.
Every card game we play, I
So,
suck at.
wow. Probably because we didn't shuffle. Similar to the last.
Pick a different.
You have to set 10,000 of these loose in Chicago, and your goal is to cause as much chaos and
Oh.
fear
Oh, it's
Wow.
polar
among
opposite.
the
I like the
populace
difference here.
Polar opposite.
as possible.
Here we go.
You would have won this one, Forrest.
Oh, fuck off. I
And
hate
he still
you,
got
Kyle.
second somehow.
I hate you, Kyle, as a person.
Me too.
Oh, I mean,
All right.
Once you marry that girl that's chasing you on the date thing, I'm gonna ruin your wedding.
So you gotta cause chaos.
I gotta say, this is not fair because I just happen to have the best possible cards for this.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
This is
10 seconds.
10.
Oh boy,
All right. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's hear it.
I don't want to get dinged for going first. I'm just gonna say you start my time.
Sure.
I just happen to have good cards on this one. Sometimes you get dealt pocket aces.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well,
see. I'm
everything
not buying
scales up to the body.
That's right.
it. Indeed.
So I've got a blue whale body, 78 feet, 250,000 pounds.
that is gonna cause some problems in downtown Chicago.
yeah,
I'll give you
especially because I've got 10,000 of them.
that. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
that's the
10,000
entirety of the city.
Blue whale-sized animals with the terrifying head and fangs of a king cobra,
Oh fuck yeah!
but
I
also
pass?
it has the movement ability of an Andean condor, allowing it to ride air currents for more than 5 hours,
Oh man.
covering over 100. So they're just gliding through the sky, blue whale-sized cobra head. And I'm going to give it the special ability just to make it gross and freak people out. Think about how big a blue whale shit is.
Very large.
Well, I'm going to give it the hippo poop swirl.
Oh no.
So that as this blue whale is cruising by, it drops 500 gallons of shit at a
Dude.
time, swirls it all over the city.
Okay.
City is covered in poop.
I mean, that's not really terrifying. It's more just kind of like.
Cobra head!
I mean, but it's like swirling shit around. I mean,
To
come
make
on.
it
makes
extra bad, it's got a
comedic.
projectile.
It's not a
I don't know,
comedy.
man.
It's not. It's funny. It's
With a
more
cobra
funny
head.
than anything.
It's
Alright.
pretty
With a
fucking
cobra.
gnarly.
hilarious.
Okay. All right.
Forrest is going back through his deck.
I'm
I'll
saving my
give you
good
more time.
cards.
I'll give you more time because I'll go
Don't
next.
bail him out.
I'm saving my good cards now.
All right, so right here, Kyle, we have the movement of a
Start his
humming,
clock. Kyle. Start his
a
clock.
hummingbird. Okay, so very zippity doo dah. These things are zipping around fast as can be.
Okay.
Scaled up to the body size of an Asiatic elephant. Oh, bullish. First of all, that alone, and I've won. But when you put the head of a paddlefish with a big paddle on its nose flying around, boom, bam, boom, running into windows in your conference room, office building window, just dive bombing on everybody. And you know what? It's got the immortality of a jellyfish, cannot be killed. The army is out there trying to take these things out. Boom, boom, boom. Bullets are bouncing off. 10,000 immortal Anna's hummingbird, elephant-sized, paddlefish-headed things that cannot be killed. They cannot be killed. That's all I'll say.
They can. They just.
No, they cannot.
But
They're
that's-
immortal.
No, that's just.
Immortal.
It's not actually.
It's
immortal.
it's not bad.
Okay.
It's better than
Kyle,
cats.
What do you got for
as
us?
the judge, let me ask you this. What is globally and notoriously the most feared type of creature?
Spiders. Snakes.
Okay, thank you for saying snakes second.
Hopefully, you've got a scarier head than a cobra.
I, in fact, have the body of a green anaconda, which is going to be slithering around the city.
That's not
flying.
great
It's-
for anybody.
It's much more
flying.
terrifying than flying whales. Slithering
I do agree
in and
with
out of
that.
the buildings.
Yeah.
Now
And large.
scale that 20-foot snake up, or scale the head of a bullet ant onto a 20-foot snake. I mean, this is grotesque. Come on now.
If you saw this thing, it is very, very.
Yeah, put that
creepy.
head onto a 20-foot anaconda and scale that up.
Oh,
and they're
boy.
all over the streets, keep in mind. There's
Sure,
10,000
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
But not only are they all over the streets, but like the Atlantic flying fish, they can lift up and glide through the city and then land on you, on your car, on your doorstep, in your stroller, you name it. And if that's not terrifying enough, they can whip you with their tail like a thresher shark does. So you just have this 20-foot long ant-headed snake gliding through the city, whipping shit to pieces, really just creating all kinds of havoc.
That's
What
tough.
is? How big is that anaconda? Weight wise?
Weight-wise, it
Yeah.
is 150 pounds.
Oh, it's not okay. So it's
That's
not,
actually
it's
not.
not
I caught
200.
one that was 200, almost 400 pounds. So I
Okay.
don't know why we
All
have
right.
that on there.
It's pretty good.
All right. So my thought my thought here is that Patrick's is just kind of going to be floating around top of skyscrapers and not really doing much up there.
Shit.
It's huge. It's shitting. It's just shit though. It's not
250,000
Yeah,
pounds.
Sure. Peters is just going to be darting in and out and just kind of paddling things.
Paddling things.
So
Immortal.
I think people are going to freak
Elephant size.
out with Forrest's
Woo!
anaconda.
Thank you, Magic
creature.
Mind.
So just imagine you look in the sky and there's 10,000 250,000-pound animals dropping gallons of shit all over you with a cobra head.
I'd still be more scared of forests.
To be clear, I would have voted for Patrick's. I think that's all. Imagine the defecation levels
I mean,
of
it
the
would've
city.
been a
No,
little
I'm
unfair
taking
to
my
go
card. Give me my
3-1.
card.
There's your card.
You fuck right off. I won that point.
I think the brosteners should weigh in on that.
They
Sure.
should.
Please
We
weigh
should
in.
weigh on all of them.
I think was what happened is I got robbed because it was too good and I'd already won 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Dude.
that maybe. That's the problem with having an all-time judge, ATJ.
That's right. They
Yeah.
should feel bad.
Yep.
ATJ.
Yep.
I'm anti-ATJ.
All right, Papa P, let's give us a scenario.
All right.
Shit, I got to pick my cards here.
Let's hear it.
All right. The new mascot of a fruity marshmallow cereal brand that you're launching.
Ooh, I
Wow.
love this one.
All right.
That's fun.
30 seconds.
That
On
is
the clock.
fun. Oh, man, this is good.
You're going to go for cute? You're going to go for funny? What are you going to do? It's a fruity marshmallow cereal. So I'm thinking,
Are you replacing one? Are you new cereal?
Nah, it's a new one.
cereal.
Yeah.
You know, so you're competing with a leprechaun. You're competing with a rabbit.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan. Although this cereal does have marshmallows.
10
which I
seconds.
like.
If you're listening, all 3 men over there are just staring at their hands.
This is the worst part of the pod where you have to stare.
Yeah,
and
you
think.
gotta talk through
All
things.
right,
Yeah,
5
I gotta
seconds.
Fast
Here we
forward
go.
through this.
All right, Peter, you
Who's
get us
up
going
first?
there, bud.
No. I got us
No?
going last time.
All right, Forrest, kick it off.
All right, I shall then. Why not? Okay. Here's the thing about my cereal. You've all heard of Frankenberries, have we not?
We have.
Well, this is Franken Animal Berries, okay? Because we're putting together an all-new creature. It's going to be bizarre. It's going to be ugly. This is also going to be the ugliest bowl of cereal you've ever had. In the cereal world, your cereal's nice and uniform. It's pink with colors, or you got gray with marshmallows, or some golden grams. Not this. This is odd shapes, odd sizes, odd marshmallows. This is it's a hodgepodge of cereal. It's for kids that were bullied, okay?
30 seconds.
Now, just shut up and listen to the setup,
You
okay?
better hurry up.
Really
All right.
alienating.
First
the
of
judge.
all, by doing
ATJ.
this, I'm going to tell you that my mascot is going to have the deflated head of a blobfish. It's lovable. It's grotesque. It makes perfect sense, especially when you put that on the body of a coconut crab, which is going to be the mascot as it climbs up the side of the cereal box.
Very hard-bodied
10
mascot.
seconds.
Yep. It has the movement abilities and the weird appendages of an eye and can make a sound like a rattlesnake to bring you into the cereal.
Ooh, a rattlesnake sound for cereal. That's
Wow.
I've
That's
seen
terrifying.
more coherent stories written on bathroom stalls and shit.
Okay.
You want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. So I've got the body of a cuttlefish, right? You got a cuttlefish, and I assume with that body comes the amazing rainbow colored color changing that it can do
That's fun.
instantaneous.
Fruity. That's good.
Exactly, fruity.
Yeah.
It's we got a fruity cereal,
Mhm.
and it's a mascot. So what better than a fennec fox head? I mean, this is a classic mascot head right here. I mean,
It is.
Don't be nodding over there. Don't start fucking nodding like you're
Don't
ready
yell at the
agreeing
judge. He just gave you a pity point.
The movement isn't really too, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant. So I'm giving it just the general movement of a maned wolf. It can move if it wants to. It can use its legs and move
If it
around.
wants
Sure.
to. Yeah.
I already did. It already does
That
have
makes
this
perfect
ability,
sense.
but I do want to just reiterate that the color changing ability of this animal will be ×2 because it also can change colors like a chameleon. So we not only have instantaneous color changing, but we also have the ability to change colors into
You can't
cereal.
take into account
or
anything
other
else he's
brown
saying.
items, maybe green.
How many times are you going to touch those
Just wanna
cards?
make sure they're straight, mate.
Stop
Mate.
fingering your
It's
cards.
a very rainbow cereal.
That's right.
Everything about it's rainbow themed.
Rainbow.
All right.
Go ahead.
Patrick.
Our commercial opens with several children sitting around a breakfast table. They're eating this fruity marshmallow cereal. It's crunchy.
Really
it's
laying it
very
on.
crunchy.
Laying it on.
Okay. Then by the window, pops up by the kitchen window, my mascot, because it has the special ability of bat-eared fox hearing. It can hear from very far, so it hears their crunch.
He's built a whole commercial.
Yeah,
in
and
his
it
head.
says, "Anybody crunching? What do you got there?" Okay, turns out that his head is the head of a Pacific barrel-eyed fish.
Oh my God!
Very cartoonish.
What in the world?
Very cartoonish.
Close the
very
window.
Cute. He
Close
heard
the
them
blinds.
crunching. I'm selling based on crunch. He has the body of an emerald green sea slug. He's only 2 inches long. He's this big.
Okay.
10 seconds.
And he's skittering across the windowsill
Skittering.
with the movement of an American lobster and all 10 of its legs.
Wowzers.
Very
That
slimy
is
cereal.
commercial.
mascot.
Wow.
I love how
End-
the mascot
end
was
commercial.
found in the
Okay.
bottom of the ocean.
What a slimy cereal mascot.
Yucky. Rainbow colors, baby.
Cutie pie.
Rainbow colors.
Yucky.
All right. There's a clear winner here. It's Peter.
Yeah, baby.
I agree.
Fennec fox head.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Yeah.
Was it the color change
It was
with
the
the
colors,
fruit?
the Fennec fox.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
the standard. What was it about Pats that you didn't like?
Better question. What was it about Pats that you did like?
Nothing. Really.
That's
There we
interesting
go.
because I don't
The
even know
lobster-
what your commercials are going to be.
That's true. That is true.
All right. The score is 2 Peter, 2 Patrick, 1 Forrest.
So I can picture, he's cruising by groves and orchards of fruit, your fennec fox, and he's changing colors as the background changes. That's what you were thinking.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. That's great.
We can't all be storytellers, Pat.
All
This is a
right,
podcast.
What do we
after
got
all.
next? What's next?
Okay.
What's the next one? What's the next battle?
When they needed to get King Kong off the Empire State Building, they sent this up after him.
Ooh, I like that.
So you got a giant gorilla on the building. You got to get him off safely, kind of thing, or just kill him.
I think
He
any way
needs to
you
be
like.
Kill
killed.
him.
Anyway,
Doesn't
yeah.
Any way you like.
30 seconds.
There may
on-
be benefits to bringing him off alive.
Okay.
You'll have to sell those benefits.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh shit! I don't know what head I'm gonna do here.
Boy. Kyle, why don't you just ramble over there like you were before while
All
we do
right.
this?
Again, these guys are just staring at their hands.
No,
So
something new.
15 seconds
Tell us
left.
about your taste in women.
Tells redheaded.
Ooh.
Kyle likes the fire.
All right. Here we go. 10 seconds left. You're looking for something that takes King Kong down.
Wow.
5
Does anybody have
seconds.
Godzilla? I've used all my big bodies. I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
same. I've wasted them on cereal boxes.
All right. Here we go. Who's ready?
Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. Can we request one mulligan time extension? Or?
No, I'm good. I can go.
Is that not in the rules?
We don't need that. I can
All
go.
right. Forrest is ready.
Because, whoever goes first always wins. And that's how that's gone so far.
Mm.
All right. So King Kong is at the top of the Empire State Building. I'm going to bash him off, and I'm not going to do it gently. I'm coming in with force. And I'm doing that with the head of a rhinoceros beetle. Now, keep in mind that they can hit and lift up to 150 times their own weight.
Wow.
Okay. Now, when you scale that up onto the 8-foot-long, 200-pound body of an arapaima, it's basically a flying missile. Okay. Think about that. Now, you give it the speed of a thresher shark moving at 80 miles per hour and double down by giving it the flight and ability of a peregrine falcon, which can go at 240 miles per hour. You basically have a flying, headbutting missile that's going to bash King Kong straight off that tower in less than one blow. 0 issues, no problems here.
Nice.
Wow.
What's the arapaima weigh?
200 pounds.
Okay.
All right.
So you're going
Times, what did I say? 850 for the
pure brute
the strength
strength.
ability.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know what those numbers are, but that's a lot.
I'm not sure either. All right. The head doesn't matter because he's not going to need his head, but I want to use the head of a bald ukari.
Yeah.
It's a primate. It's going to sort of identify with King Kong to some extent. They could be friends. I'm going to put him on the body of an Aldaba giant tortoise, 5 feet. Aldabra, 550 pounds, with a shell, mind you, with a shell. That thing is going to have the movement of a lilac-breasted roller, which is a very specialized flying bird that can dive from incredible heights fast to attack their prey. And when he gets there, he's going to use the stinger of an Asian giant hornet. Scale that up. Scale that up.
Be large.
Extra long stinger and neurotoxic venom. And he's just going to dive from really high.
Wow.
Zip, zip. He's going to envenomate him over and over and over with the head of an ukari.
So you basically scaled up a mosquito.
Correct.
to deal with King Kong.
Essentially.
Yeah, got it.
Boy, that's really sad that you two are both coming in hot trying to kill this beautiful creature. I'm going to start off with you might think that I'm coming in to attack it with brute force, but not my creature, with the body of an American bison. Okay, so he's
It's large.
Big.
it's big, but not compared to King Kong. I mean, it's just, it's big enough to mate with. I'll put it that way. So, and in speaking of which, I would like to give it the movement of a bullfrog, just so he can hop up. Right. So far, I'll be able to hop up there, kind of like shake his butt in front of King Kong. But you still need something for King Kong to want to just jump on and mate with,
Okay.
So we all know that they have beauty contests with this animal. And I'm going to give it the head of a beautiful, beautiful camel. Look at the lips on this thing. Oh, my God.
A
Succulent.
beauty pageant camel.
Succulent. So this
Botox.
thing's going to be hopping up, shaking his ass in front of King Kong, ready to mate in heat, Kyle, with these beautiful camel humps. Oh, God. They're like tasty, delicious camel breasts.
What is happening over here?
Yeah.
Wait,
I have the body of a American bison.
How is this dealing with King Kong, though?
No, it's just going to mate with King. Oh, I forgot that part.
Okay, yeah.
King
That's
Kong-
a very important piece of your...
Indestructible.
Quiet. King Kong will just calm down, basically, just like in the movie. Come off the building and mate with my bison
Will
camel.
you hold him
frog.
accountable for going over 2 times in a row, Kyle, or will you succumb to his
that's good.
dastardly
Rules are
ways?
rules. All right, so I think there's a winner here. It's Forrest. I think he's just gonna. He might even go through King Kong.
I
with his-
straight through him, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
What
no
what
way.
won it for you? The head?
the speed and the shape.
yeah. Hard.
Speed
It's
and
a
shape.
flying missile.
It is. You're
It's
right.
phenomenal.
I see. So he's just gonna go through.
Just
All
boom,
right.
it's like a bullet.
Yeah.
All right. 2 to 2 to 2.
2 to 2. It's all tied up.
This one's for all the marbles.
All the marbles.
This is it.
We'll do one more.
Yep, we're going one more.
All right.
This is the big one.
Who's reading it?
I better, seeing as I won the last one.
Make
Here
sure
we go.
Make sure you pull out your best cards here. You don't have to save any.
This is a big deal, guys. This adorable creature
Fuck.
will become the biggest YouTuber in the world.
Wow.
So you can create a story around the YouTube sensation here.
I would if I wanted to win a vote.
Oh boy, here
All
we
right,
go.
30
All right.
seconds on the clock. Starting now.
Okay. All right. So yeah, what is this YouTube channel going to be
You can
based
go
on?
That's
many
the big
directions.
question. There's so many directions you could go with this.
I feel like I need a lot more
to
than 30
you.
seconds here.
I'll grace you an extra
Let
15.
me start with special
So we're getting
abilities
graced.
here. Okay.
This is
That-
it, guys. It comes down to this. I hope you've enjoyed watching us do this very fun game that we really enjoyed making. I don't really care if anybody buys it or not, but I think moving forward, this is going to be how we do our battle royales on the pod.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Let's see if
maybe.
people like it. You
Yeah.
know, it is
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Yep.
Put in the comments who you think's winning.
It's a no-brainer.
Who's going to win?
It's a no-brainer.
Okay,
I
I'll
know
go
what I'm
first.
doing. Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
Go first.
All right.
To lock it in for the win,
Try and
I'm
stay
going
under.
with the body of an Asian water monitor. It's basically just a really cool dinosaur-looking monitor lizard type thing. And it will have the head, the very interesting head, which almost looks like a head within a head of a goblin shark. That's right. So that's going to be, it'll be an oddity. People obviously want to look at this thing all the time because it will be able to have the ability of the tongue of death, which is a chameleon's tongue that surprisingly, in addition to being huge and able to go out very far, allows the animal to speak English. So that will
Yeah.
be super interesting.
It does not.
And it will have the movement of a marine iguana, so it can swim around in a tank, speaking to you, talking to you with the head of a gobbling shark.
So
Gobbling shark, he called
Yeah.
it.
Oh, who's over there out of space?
A gobbling shark.
You want to go
Okay,
first?
all
Sure,
What's-
I can go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can go.
Tell us a story.
I shall. The eyes are the window to the soul.
Let's start that timer. He's waxing poetic.
The eyes are the window to the soul, which is why my YouTuber is going to have the adorable head of a dik-dik.
Mm.
Big eyes, really cute, very relatable. And when you put that on the bipedal mountain gorilla, it feels like a very familiar stand-up like YouTuber. You're not looking at a horse for the first time and going, I don't want to watch a YouTube channel by a horse. It's
I wanna
standing
see.
up. It's got big eyes. It's adorable. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is an extreme sports channel. It's relatable. You can understand it.
Okay.
But it has the movement ability of the Colugo. So if you take those arms and legs of the gorilla, basically create a wingsuit for it, this Dick can fly around, do these incredible stunts. And why do we like Coyote Peterson? Because what? What does he do on his channel?
He gets stung by things.
Right. Now, if he ended his life by getting stung by something, that'd be the end of his channel. Well, not my guy, because he feels no pain, that like the naked mole rat. So he can go on these incredible flight-suited missions, have this relatable demeanor, get into massive accidents, get stung by stuff, bitten by stuff, run over by stuff. Doesn't feel the pain. YouTube sensation. Everybody's tuning in to see what Dick's going to do next.
Dick.
Went over by 11 seconds, but that's fine. I see. It's an extreme sports thing. I get what you're doing. I'm not sure what Peters is doing.
No, we didn't really get
No,
into that.
it's an animal that speaks English.
But it doesn't have that ability.
Okay.
So can mine just go into outer space and document it?
It's
Whatever
out of
you want.
space.
Yeah.
It's up to the
All
judge to
right, all
decide
right.
who's
This
got
is
the
for all the
ability or
marbles.
not.
This is very important. Go ahead. The eyes are the window to the soul.
Oh,
And-
for fuck's sakes.
No. So what's an animal that's known for very long, luxurious, lovely eyelashes that make it very relatable?
The camel.
The camel.
Beautiful
the
giraffe.
That's true. Yep.
So I have a giraffe's head. I want my
So
animal to be big.
standard.
So I'm scaling it up to the 4,000-pound body of a hippo
Oh,
with a
boy.
giraffe's head.
Oh,
So it's
boy.
very big. What it's doing is it's basically, the channel is called The Real Spider-Man because it has the ability to shoot spider web out on a scale of a hippo's body and swing from building to building. Have you guys seen The Real Spider-Man's channel? No, I haven't. What is that?
Oh,
it's
so-
huge. Holy shit.
Okay.
How's it grabbing onto stuff?
Right.
It's got the movement of a fucking gorilla.
Oh,
Powerful arms and legs. Swinging, The Real Spider-Man. Beautiful eyelashes.
I mean, I don't think
Stayed
I can
under
swing
1
from a
minute. In
building.
fact, I have 4 seconds
I
to
don't think I
spare.
can actually swing from a building, but that's okay.
All right. Wow. These are all great.
My channel
Are they?
has a name, The Real Spider-Man.
Yep. That's true. Yeah. All right. So I think Peter just made a lizard with a shark head.
That speaks English.
It doesn't really do much.
It allegedly
English.
speaks English.
Yeah.
Is it a cooking channel by any chance, Peter?
Could be.
I would have said if you did like an eating channel, then maybe he has the tongue and
It's too late now.
Done well.
Don't give him ideas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do I care?
All right. So the winner here, I think, is Forrest.
Yes! 3 points.
The fact
all the
Why?
marbles.
What's
The
he
extreme
doing?
sports factor to go flying off a building and not
Feel no
splat.
pain. Feel
Yeah.
no pain.
Yeah.
Like a naked mole rat.
I think the brosteners are going to be outraged here. The
couldn't
Real
be happier.
Spider-Man?
the real spot. It's a good name.
the
It's a good name, but
so
It's
cute.
huge. It's got a giraffe head.
All right, but
Weigh in. Let us know.
Swinging across skyscrapers.
But it can't actually swing across skyscrapers.
Yeah, it's got spider web scaled up.
Well, then
to
mine
the-
can definitely speak English.
Okay, fine.
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, brosteners of all shapes, sizes, and colors, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys liked it. We were really excited to bring you this game. We put a lot of effort into building it. We've had a lot of fun with it. As you can tell, we laugh playing it and enjoy it. It's going to be something we're selling on the website pretty soon. It's all colorful.
Yeah.
It's
Super
all
fun.
fun.
I will
What's,
say, I think we should do this again as like a bonus thing, but
I'll do this all the time.
as a sleepover and
Look-
get heavily drunk.
Look how many scenarios we have yet to get through.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's a game it's like any game. It's fun, sober, and more fun
Drunk.
when you're
Yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
more fun.
I agree. I think that would be a very good way to do it.
When the game's available, go to wildtimes.club/info. There'll be a link right to it, maybe even a description of this video. But aside from that, the links to everything at wildtimes.club/info. Check it out. Support the show. Support us.
Play a fun game.
Yeah, hippos can't spiderweb to buildings.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night.
The Real Spider-Man.
It's funny
Is
because
it M-U-N?
yeah. The thing is, I always finish thinking I've won.
Of course. It's like ping pong. You go into it thinking you've already won.
exactly. Yeah.
I definitely think I lost.
What do I care?